How you doing, Mr. President? I'm very good. We had a good time at the Alfalfa.
United States President Donald Trump stuns an elite gathering with a tongue-in-cheek expansion plan that sends shockwaves through foreign capitals and political circles.
We welcome China.
Trump has joked about adding Canada, Greenland, and even Venezuela as future U.S. states. Remarks that observers say blur the line between humor and headline-making foreign policy. The comments came at an exclusive Washington dinner, reigniting debate over American ambition, Arctic strategy, and regional tensions.
I don't know anything about that, but I'll tell you what, China is welcome to come in and would make a great deal in oil.
Trump made the remarks on Saturday night at the annual Alfalfa Club dinner, a closed-door event for Washington's political and corporate elite. It was his first address to the club, attended by figures including J.P. Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon and Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. According to eyewitnesses, some jokes elicited laughter, while other lines fell flat or were met with awkward silence. Trump opened with a quip about hating some people in the room and liking most of them, setting a confrontational tone. He teased he might cut his speech short to watch the invasion of Greenland before quickly insisting it was a joke. "We're not going to invade Greenland," he said, "we're going to buy it," reviving a long-running fascination with the Arctic island. Trump then outlined his fanciful vision of expansion, saying he never intended to make Greenland the 51st state, but would like Canada to take that title. He added that Greenland could be the 52nd state and Venezuela the 53rd, a remark that stunned many observers given geopolitical realities. Trump's playful but provocative lines harken back to earlier comments he has made about Greenland's strategic value and natural resources.
India is coming in and they're going to be buying Venezuelan oil as opposed to buying it from Iran. So we've already made that deal, the concept of the deal. But China's welcome to come in and buy oil. He's talking about on Greenland. She's wondering, we have started a negotiation, and I think it's pretty well agreed to. I mean, they want us to do it. I think it's going to be a good deal for everyone. A very important deal. Actually,
The autonomous Danish territory has repeatedly rejected any notion of sale or American takeover, with officials saying Greenland is not for sale and belongs to Denmark.
We are currently facing a geopolitical crisis, and if we are forced to choose between the United States and Denmark, right here and now, we choose Denmark, we choose NATO, we choose the Kingdom of Denmark, we choose the European Union. But there's one crucial thing that everyone must understand. Greenland will not allow itself to be owned by the United States. Greenland does not wish to be governed by the United States. Greenland does not want to be a part of the United States. We are choosing the Greenland that we are familiar with today and which forms an integral part of the Kingdom of Denmark.
I think it's very, very important. Right now we are talking about a situation about the world order. Respect for territorial integrity, respect for international law, that's what should unite all of the Western countries with a well-going democracy and also the European Union. We have been so happy and glad, and I stated today, we are thankful for the support from all our allies, all the countries of the European Union, for stating and constantly saying we need to respect the world order. International law is not a game. And if we don't do that, of course alliances will fall. And that will be very bad in the way the world is developing now. We have been a close and loyal ally to the United States, to NATO through many, many, many years. We can do lots more in that framework. We are willing to cooperate much more, but of course in mutual respect. And if we cannot see that, it will be very difficult to have a good and reliable partnership.
Canada, too, has been sharply dismissive of the idea of joining the United States, with leaders stressing the improbability and defending national sovereignty. Canadian public opinion surveys show most citizens doubt the notion is serious, though reactions vary on whether the comments are joking or pointed political theater.
It seems that every day we're reminded that we live in an era of great power rivalry, that the rules-based order is fading, that the strong can do what they can and the weak must suffer what they must. And this aphorism of Thucydides is presented as inevitable, as the natural logic of international relations reasserting itself. And faced with this logic, there is a strong tendency for countries to go along to get along, to accommodate, to avoid trouble, to hope that compliance will buy safety. Well, it won't. Let me be direct. We are in the midst of a rupture, not a transition. Over the past 2 decades, a series of crises in finance, health, energy, and geopolitics have laid bare the risks of extreme global integration. But more recently, great powers have begun using economic integration as weapons. Tariffs as leverage, financial infrastructure as coercion, supply chains as vulnerabilities to be exploited. On Arctic sovereignty, we stand firmly with Greenland and Denmark and fully support their unique right to determine Greenland's future. Our commitment to NATO's Article 5 is unwavering. So we're working with our NATO allies, including the Nordic-Baltic Gate, to further secure the alliance's northern and western flanks, including through Canada's unprecedented investments in over-the-horizon radar, in submarines, in aircraft, and boots on the ground, boots on the ice. Canada strongly opposes tariffs over Greenland and calls for focused talks to achieve our shared objectives of security and prosperity in the Arctic. Argue the middle powers must act together because if we're not at the table, we're on the menu. But I'd also say that great powers can afford for now to go it alone. They have the market size, the military capacity, and the leverage to dictate terms. Middle powers do not. But when we only negotiate bilaterally with a hegemon, we negotiate from weakness. We accept what's offered. We compete with each other to be the most accommodating. This is not sovereignty. It's the performance of sovereignty while accepting subordination.
The inclusion of Venezuela in Trump's lineup added another layer of controversy, coming after a U.S. raid last month that captured President Nicolas Maduro and brought him to face charges. Washington has since demanded total access to Venezuelan oil fields, a source of both economic interest and diplomatic strain.
You said that the profits will be split with the U.S. and Venezuela both benefiting. What's Venezuela's share of the oil profits going to be?
Well, we haven't discussed that, but we're getting along very well with the leadership of Venezuela. They're doing a really good job. We're going to be selling a lot of oil, and we'll take some, and they'll take a lot, and they're going to do very well. They're going to make more money than they've ever made, and it's going to be beneficial to us too. We're going to really, I think Venezuela is really going to turn around. You know, I opened up the airspace over Venezuela, so that now people from Venezuela came from Venezuela here. They're going to be able to go back for the first time, go back to Venezuela and stay perhaps, or go back and see their relatives, go for a short period of time.
Trump's expansion quips may have been intended as levity for a private room of insiders, but they have already ricocheted across international headlines.